I'm joined by William Hildebrand. Hello.
Hi, Jade.
You're beginning with Argentina trying to find a way out of its debts.
That's right. Argentina's President Cristina Fernandez announced plans for a debt swap to try to sidestep a U.S. court ruling. In July, Argentina defaulted for the second time in 13 years. That was after a New York court said it must pay its so-called holdout creditors in full. At the same time, it pays the rest of its bondholders who had already accepted a 65% haircut on their bonds after a 2001 default. Delano de Souza looks at the details.
Proposing a new law in an effort to skirt a U.S. court ruling. Argentina's president is asking lawmakers to approve a bill to allow Argentina to pay its debts. The proposal comes after the country entered into selective default in July.
We have decided to send a law to the National Congress, the law of sovereign local payment of external debt of the Argentine Republic.
Investors will be eligible to swap bonds issued under foreign law for debt of the same value governed under local law. In June, a judge in New York ordered Argentina to pay the so-called holdout investors $1.5 billion or risk default. And while they have repeatedly declined to accept the same terms as other bondholders, the government says the holdouts too can take part in the swap.
Argentina is going to continue paying its debts according to the conditions made in the restructuring. It's not a change of legislation, it's a change in the payment venue.
The proposed bill is expected to pass through Congress easily. Analysts say the swap carries legal risks as U.S. investors who accept the offer may be held in contempt of court. The latest proposal from the country also dashes any hopes a deal can be reached with the holdouts.
Well, let's take a quick look now at Wall Street. U.S. stocks are trading upward for the most part. The S&P close to an all-time high, with industrials faring the best. And on the Dow Jones, it was also up just over 0.1% there. Home Depot leading blue chip gains. And earlier on the NASDAQ, Apple hit a record high. Well, in China now, where a total of 12 Japanese auto parts suppliers have been fined $201 million due to price fixing. China's top regulator confirmed the news Wednesday. The fine is the biggest China's anti-monopoly authorities have issued since the country's anti-monopoly law was established in 2008.
Our anti-monopoly investigation into such moves is aimed to restore competition that is supposed to exist in the market, and thus protect the interests of auto manufacturers, dealers, and consumers.
Sticking in Asia now, we have a healthy dose of bling bling meets K-pop. French luxury goods giant LVMH will invest up to 60 million euros in South Korea's YG Entertainment. The group, which manages most notably the rapper Psy, best known for his Gangnam Style. You're seeing his video for Hangover here with Snoop Dogg. It's a big bet on the surging Korean wave of pop culture that has grown in global popularity. But trendy pop stars are a gamble. Cosmetics company Elizabeth Arden singled out poor sales of Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift's perfumes for causing the single biggest loss in the company's history. There you go, Jade. A little bit of a lesson that celebrities aren't always worth the money they make.
Indeed. Thanks very much for that. Wrap of the business news at William Hildebrand. Time now to find out all the latest sports action. For that, I'm joined by Dan Levy. Hello. You're going to start with champions.